Good afternoon, Madam Hafiza. Today we would like to present the topic, which is the impact of deforestation on human. Okay, before we start our presentation, I would like to introduce ourselves. My name is Harry Chongwaisu, and my matrix number is 197831, and my partner.
My name is Muhammad Izzat Hehe bin Rosli. My metric number is 198400.
Okay, today our presentation outline will be equally introduction and also 2 points, which is loss of livelihood and also poor quality life. And we will be end with a conclusion. And I will be presenting for the introduction and also loss of livelihood. And my partner will be discuss on the poor quality life and also conclusion. Okay, so before I get into the main points of the topic, I would like to give an introduction of the presentation. So, deforestation is actually one of the major problems that we face in Malaysia. It's actually one of the serious issues that happens related to the environment in Malaysia and also around the world. And a lot of people may aware about the impact of deforestation to the ecosystem and also to the wildlife. But however, a lot of people did not realize that there is an impact on the economy and the socials to a human. And that's why we would like to say that these impacts are it's not minor, but it will bring destructions to humankind. Okay, so this will be the first point, the loss of livelihood. So why deforestation can cause a loss of livelihood? It's because that the source of income has been disrupted, as around 1.6 billion of population depend on the forest to generate income, and the things that they get actually found is the raw materials and also the natural resources that can be found in the forest. So when we see that when the forest is decreasing in the size, the area, we will see that it will lead to the scar of resources, which when the resources is actually in a low number or scarce resources, it will actually cause the price of the resources will be picked up. And the next one will be the Aborigines habitat destroyed. This is because when there's a lot of Aborigines still living in forests live in the forest, and because of deforestation, they are forced to move from their home to the other places like urban place, and this will cause them unable to adapt to the new environment. And this is not only the problem that they face, and also when they leave from their home, their ancestral land will be used by the government or any other development companies to develop based on their needs, and this will devalue the properties of the land. And these are the examples that the precious raw materials that can be found in the forest. The first one is Aquaria amasensis, which is actually a common agar wood to be used as incense. And the second one is a very common one in Malaysia, which is the Tongkat Ali, and it has high medical value. These two has a very high value to us. However, due to deforestation, the number is getting lower and lower. And this is the picture that we can see that the Aborigines is actually staying at the jungle, and they actually hunt for their living. So this is actually the things that we can see that because of deforestation, there are a lot of problems that causing landslides and other problems, which actually lead them to leave their home. So on this point, I would like to pass it to my partner, Shahi, to present about it.
Thank you, Harry. Now I will continue the presentation on poor life quality. So exposure to extreme heat can lead to cerebrovascular disease, cardiovascular disease and respiratory disease. People like workers, student athlete and homeless tend to be more exposed to excessive heat because they stay more time outside. So people like children, pregnant women and elderly with medical condition are more vulnerable to excessive heat because they have low immunity system. There are around 200 cases reported in the Ministry of Health Malaysia due to excessive heat cases. So next is changes in a person's physical health or surrounding environment can also have serious impact on their mental health. So extreme weather can cause stress and mental health consequences, especially to the person who lost their loved one and their home. So children, adults and pregnant women are at high risk of getting mental health disease. Okay, next is low water and air quality. So through deforestation, there are many ecological consequences. When the trees are being destroyed, the rate of soil erosion will increase, thus seep into the nearby lake and affecting our water quality. The soil particle will cause a decrease in pH of the river because the soil particle contains ammonium ions. This will lead to water pollution problem. With lower pH, less oxygen will be dissolved in water, so the water we take to bath, to drink and other daily life activities will be affected. Next is changes in climate affect the air we breathe, both indoors and outdoors, where the warmer temperature and shifting pattern worsen our air quality. So this condition lead to asthma attack and other respiratory problems. The rising carbon dioxide level can warmer the temperature and affect the airborne allergen called ragweed pollen. People who are exposed to this pollutant are at greater risk of dying prematurely and being admitted to hospital for respiratory problem. This pollutant can also damage our lung tissue, reduce the lung function and inflame airways. Children, adults, outdoor workers and those with asthma and respiratory problem are at greater risk of getting this disease. So it comes to the conclusion. So deforestation has become a huge problem in our lives. So if there is no action taken to solve this issue, the humankind will not be able to survive their population for the future. So I think that's all from us. Thank you.